Hi, this is Happy Bird from Happy Bird's Glitter Nest.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful little vintage snowflake ornaments. These really were a lot of fun, and they're so easy. These were only made with two different colors of 8mm round acrylic beads and the 25mm paddle wheel or sunburst bead, and I do have resources for you. So I think you're going to enjoy this. Stick around and I'll show you exactly how I put this together. And before I leave, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I will be posting a video every week from now through Christmas, okay? So with that said, let's move on. Okay, so for the beads, I have detailed information on my blog at happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com. It will tell you how to find the beads, where to find them, what you'll need, everything. So when the page opens, just scroll past my pattern links, and when you see the picture of this project, you'll see everything underneath there, okay? Now I will tell you that I did purchase all of these beads from Bead Tin on Amazon. It's all one word, okay? Now, I'm not getting any kind of kickback or anything like that for this, or I'm not getting any free product or anything. I'm just simply sharing my source with you, okay? Now, I purchased the 8mm pale pink transparent 8mm faceted round beads, okay? And that's what these are right here. And you're going, for each snowflake, you're going to need 18 of these in the pale pink. I've been calling it light pink, but I guess on the website it says pale pink. I also purchased some 8mm, or I should say light turquoise. That's the light turquoise, 8mm faceted round beads, okay, from Bead Tin. And I've used a lot of these already in this bag, but right here you can see it says crystal transparent 25mm sunburst plastic beads, okay? Now all you have to do is go to Amazon and type in the word Bead Tin and put 8mm beads or 25mm sunburst beads. That's what they call them, the sunburst beads. Now, if you're looking for these outside of Bead Tin, most of the time they call these paddle wheel beads. Okay, that's just a little info for you. And you'll need 12 of these for each snowflake. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need are some iridescent tencel stems. Now, I've already used a ton of these from this package. This is a 40-piece package, okay? And I bought this at Hobby Lobby for $2.99. I really like this tencel stem because it's very strong, okay? Now, don't make the mistake of picking up gold or silver tencel stem thinking it'll have the same effect. It won't. As you can see, this has a shine to it, and so it really, you can see it through the clear beads and the lighter pastel beads that you'll use, okay? So for each snowflake, you're going to need 2 of these tencel stems. Okay, I'll set this aside. And you're going to cut these tencel stems in half to 6 inches apiece. Now you're only going to need 3 of them, so we're going to set this one aside, okay? Now, what I do is just kind of make it as even as I can, and just find where the middle is. And as you can see, I've only got 2 here. And you're going to make sure this is tight when you twist it, okay? Like that. Make sure it's tight. Alright? And then you're going to add a 3rd one. You're going to do the same thing, kind of put it in the middle here, and you're going to make sure that when you twist this, that it's really tight. Put your fingers real close to the middle. Okay? Might have to do this. And make sure, I kind of pulled it up, make sure that it's real tight in the middle. Because if you don't, it's going to look funky. Alright, now we did a nice job in the middle. Some are shorter, some are longer. Don't worry about that, okay? Now you're going to take your flat nose pliers, and you're going to give it a squeeze, just to flatten everything out. That's really important, by the way, because it kind of helps keep things tight. Okay, and the flat nose pliers I'm using, it has no teeth. That will make a difference too, okay? Alright, so we have what looks like this. Okay, so we're going to get started. Now you're going to start by placing a pink bead on every stem, okay? And what I do is I slip it on, then I hold the tip, and then that helps me, and I just slide it on down like that. And you're going to do this on each and every stem. Don't miss a stem, it's easy to do. Okay. Slide this on just like that. This is a perfect project for sitting down and watching a movie too. And before you know it, you'll have all these snowflakes made. Once you get the hang of it, it goes very quickly. And then you'll be addicted to making snowflakes. Ask me how I know. Okay, so we're going to make these nice and snug. You want these to look as nice as possible, okay? And make sure you have a pink bead on every stem. So the next bead we're going to use is the sunburst / paddle wheel bead. And watch this. I'm going to slide another one on and watch how it fits. Oops. Okay. See? They just kind of fit like a puzzle. Okay, I'm going to slide another one on because you're going to need one on each and every stem. And we have one more stem here to go, so we're going to slip that on just like that. Okay, and see, we're going to make them snug, not tight, just snug. Okay, because you want to kind of shape it. There we go. Now the next bead that you're going to place on here is you're going to place a turquoise bead, or not turquoise, yes, light turquoise, I'm sorry. Light turquoise, and you're going to place one on every stem. So let me tell you a little story. My grandfather, Cyril, came from Birmingham, England when he was 30 years old. And he came here with his mom and his sister and his best friend. And he had only been in the United States for 6 months, and he went to a party and he met my grandmother. And they fell in love, they got married, and they had 6 kids together. That's why I'm here. And then those kids had kids, and he lived a very long, happy life. He passed away when he was 103, and he had all of his mental faculties. He walked without a cane. He was really an amazing guy, and I miss him very much. Okay, now the next bead we're going to place on is a pink bead. Just like that. And my grandfather's sister, Hilda, she had kind of a very sad life, and unfortunately, she did marry when she was over here and had a couple of kids, but one of those children, Glennie, she had married and had a baby, and the baby was 2 months old, and she was hit from behind by a drunk driver. She was only 19 and threw her through the windshield and killed her instantly, but the baby lived because the baby was in a car seat on the floorboard. They used to tell them back then to make sure the baby was on the floorboard, and which we now know is dangerous, but it did save the baby's life. And the baby was raised by the grandparents. Okay. So now we have this. Now we're going to place a 25 millimeter paddle wheel bead on each stem, just like that, okay? So my family has a lot of stories on both sides. On my grandmother's side, I did one of those DNA things, you know, on Ancestry. And her family on my grandmother's side actually came from England as well, but they didn't come until the late 1700s. Okay, look at, see, it's taking shape. So the next bead you're going to place on each and every stem is going to be a light turquoise bead, just like that. Just like that. All the way around. My grandfather, the one I told you that came from England when he was 30 years old, his mother owned a music store in England, and she had a beautiful voice and could play the piano. And she was asked to sing for the Queen, and she turned it down. And my grandfather asked her, you know, why she turned it down. And you're never going to believe her answer. She said, "Ladies do not make spectacles of themselves." My grandfather told me that more than once, that story. And the last bead we're going to put on here is going to be a light pink all the way around. Just like that. Okay, so here we go. All right, so this is completed, and as you can see, we have little pieces here sticking out. So I'm just going to go in with my flush cutters and snip. Now bear with me, because the last bead, it won't fall off. I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay. Okay. I'm going to need to take this mat off here for this part. I'm going to take some Beacon Fabri-Tac. Just like this. Okay? Now, you're going to slide the last bead, only the last bead, off, and you don't need a ton of this. Just put a little bit on, and then slide the bead back on like that, and you will be amazed at how this will hold. Okay, so we did one. We're going to do this all the way around, and like I said, we're not putting a ton. We're just putting a little bit. That's two. I'm counting them as I go around because sometimes I'll wonder, well, did I already put glue on that bead? I don't really want to pull it off to check. Okay, so that's three. Okay, and this is four. And allow these to dry overnight so it'll be nice and stiff. Okay, that's four, this is five. I got a bubble. You can kind of wipe a little away if you need to, but I try not to get too much so I won't have to do that, but sometimes it's okay. All right, so you're going to allow that to dry. Now, for the middle, I'll show you what I did. Okay, I didn't want to cover up the pink beads in the middle, so what I did was I'm using these flat back rhinestones, and I bought these from the 99-cent store because they have the 12 millimeter. Let's see, which one would it be? Yeah, okay. They have the 12 millimeter little flat back rhinestones in here, which is what you need, 12 millimeter. Now, I know that Dollar Tree carries this type of sticker, but all they have is 10 millimeter, and it's in here. And it's a little small for the middle, the Dollar Tree ones are. So I went with the 99-cent store stickers. I hope you understood that. Alright, so I'm going to take a blue one and a pink one. Blue one and a pink one. I'm going to start by sticking the blue one on with some Fabri-Tac. Okay. And I'm gonna, whoa, didn't mean to do that. I'm putting on quite a bit of Fabri-Tac because I want it to stick. I kind of made a mess of that one, didn't I? Okay, let me put a little more Fabri-Tac on here. You do want quite a bit so it will stick in the middle. It can reach the bottom part, the little pipe, or the little iridescent tinsel stem that's in the middle. Okay, there. I got it. Did it the hard way, but I got it. And on the back, in the middle, you're going to place this little 12 millimeter pink flat back rhinestone. Okay, so I'm going to do that part off camera, and then I'll be back to show you one last little part that I think you'll find interesting. So I'll be right back. Okay, so you would be very smart to allow these to dry overnight. I just think that's really important. Okay, so the thread that I use is called upholstery thread. You can find this at Walmart, and it's in where the regular thread is, and you wouldn't notice any difference, except at the very top here it says upholstery. Okay, and please excuse my daughter-in-law's kitty. She's not happy because she wants to be near me. But when I bring her in here, she wants to play on my desk. Okay, so I'm going to take about 12 inches or so off here, okay? And I'm just going to make a little loop here in the middle. I'm going to slide this on right underneath the light turquoise bead, okay, at the top, and like that. And then I'm going to tie a knot actually I'm going to tie probably 3 knots and pull that. Now this upholstery thread is really strong. I'm going to show you something here. Watch. See? Doesn't break. It's great stuff. See? There we go. And that's it. See? And it hangs beautifully. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you give it a try. These are a lot of fun to make, and like I said, they really are beautiful on the Christmas tree. So take care, each and every one of you, and God bless you, and have a very Merry Christmas. Bye-bye for now.